Hey everyone, my name is Status Quo. I'm really excited to build a team with RaginDevonian today. Um,
Hey, everybody.
but yeah, I'm super excited. I'm really excited to use this team on the ladder. Maybe it'll go great, maybe it won't, but I think regardless, it's gonna be a really fun time.
Yep, we'll see how it goes. We've talked about using a couple Pokemon. Since we're doing this in Series 8, we talked about Calyrex Shadow, Dawnwings, Necrozma, Giratina, Mewtwo. So we're just kind of going to see how these teams shape up together and decide on which one we want to use.
Which restricted should we start with first?
Well, Calyrex is on the top, so shall we do Calyrex?
Okay, cool. Calyrex sounds pretty good.
Let's go ahead and search up on Picolytics. Calyrex Shadows mostly be running with like psychic terrain and tailwind and stuff because it goes pretty fast and hits pretty hard. But we actually talked about using it as like a speed swap Pokemon with Stack Attack. Base 211 defense on Stack Attack.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
That is a lot of defense. And
Especially if you're
so,
able to get it to speed that Calyrex has, you're
yeah,
basically going to be able to outspeed almost anything, except for
yep.
Regieleki.
Yeah, I think Zacian is base 148, right? So outspeeds it by 2 base points.
Yeah, which is really great.
Yep, especially since Zacian is on like literally 50% of teams.
Yep,
So,
the free attack boost, and either that Sacred Sword or Close Combat can definitely wreck Stack Attacker, so making sure it goes
yep,
first is probably top priority.
true. I think we can even run Choppleberry on it to kind of mitigate that risk as well.
Oh, true. Very true.
But the question is, like, who else do we put on the team?
One Pokemon that comes to mind immediately is Indeedee, mainly just for the Psychic Terrain setup. If Shadow Rider Calyrex ever has to use like Expanding Force or something. It also
True.
does block priority, so we can't be faked out. That's one mon that comes in mind.
That's
Uh,
probably a really good pickup. We could even put Trick Room on our Stack Attacker in order to allow Follow Me Trick Room if we think that Speed Swap somehow won't work.
it can be either a Trick Room mode or a Speed Swap mode.
Dang, that kind of makes me want to put Venucole on the team.
Oh yeah, that would be crazy because Venusaur and Torkoal, they kind of have two modes as well.
Yeah,
Venusaur going fast under the sun, and Torkoal being an amazing Trick Room damage dealer.
yeah. Looking on Picolytics, Torkoal is paired with Stack Attack a lot of the time, as well as Indeedee is. Oh, we're about to be those guys. We're about to run Venucole. It's fine. That leaves one more slot if we decided to go that route.
Let's see which
Get
Pokemon are
Calyrex.
used in Picolytics the most.
I'll look at Calyrex Shadow teammates. We've got Urshifu, Rapid Strike, and Single Strike are both pretty high up there, which would be good. Those resist dark types.
Even Incineroar too would resist dark types as well. And
Oh
also give
yeah,
like Intimidate, Fake Out Pressure and stuff. But it does add another ground type weakness.
that's true. We would have 3 of those. Oh, that's tough. Thunderous is pretty up there.
Oh yeah, I see Thundurus as well. Um
That's a ground
45%.
that's a
That's
ground
crazy.
immunity, but not a dark resist either. Well, I guess we have to stop and ask ourselves what are the dark types? Urshifu, Incineroar, who sometimes doesn't even run dark move,
Yeah.
and that's about it, actually. Am I forgetting any? Grimmsnarl. I'm forgetting Grimmsnarl, but Grimmsnarl also doesn't often run dark move.
Yeah, usually not. The only time I've seen Grimmsnarl run dark moves is like Sucker Punch, maybe to self-proc weakness policy, like a
Yeah,
Metagross or
yeah.
Sigaleo. But besides that, I haven't really seen dark type moves on Grimmsnarl.
Then do we really care about dark types? Question mark.
Mm, yeah, I think we can get away with avoiding dark types.
All right. Um, um, Thunderous, ground immunity, but it also wants to take the Dynamax, which takes away from Stack Attack and Venusaur. Let's look at fairy types then. We could Tapu's take away from. Oh, we could do Tapu Lele instead of Indeedee.
Oh, that's very true. I didn't think of that one.
We do lose Follow Me if we do that, though.
Yeah, and I was about to say that Tapu Fini would be pretty good to set up the Misty terrain and prevent burn, but then we get rid of the Psychic terrain.
Yep.
Yeah, I noticed
Dazzling
there's not a
Gleam.
lot of things in this meta that resist dark types.
Yeah, there really isn't. And even Tapu Lele doesn't resist Dark type. It just kind of gets rid of a weakness from Indeedee. Could put Ally Switch on it.
The only other replacement I see for Indeedee is possibly Clefairy. With the Fairy type, we resist dark types, and we get the Follow Me, but we lose the Psychic Surge.
Yeah, I think if we lose the Psychic Surge, we kind of accept the fact that like Calyrex Shadow is going to be running like Protect, Astral Barrage, Speed Swap, and like Trick Room. just
Probably.
kind of just kind of get rid of Expanding Force out of the equation. I didn't even think about Clefairy though. That could probably be nice and Friend Guard.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling down the list, and there are only a handful of Pokemon that resist dark types. Never really realized it until now.
Yeah. It's the things you don't think about until you actually need to think about it.
Yeah, until you start building a speed swap stack attack team.
Yep. Clefairy learns Blizzard? What the hecky?
That's crazy. Man, imagine just like a little tiny fairy making a snowstorm, a blizzard.
Just freezing everything. Oh my gosh. It learns dual wing beat as well. We can talk about that one.
Oh, that's actually crazy.
Max Airstream Dynamax Clefairy. Okay. What else would go good with Clef in this last slot? I kind of do want to throw Incineroar on there just because Incineroar does a lot of damage with Flare Blitz in the sun.
Oh, that's very true. I did not think about that sun synergy. Yeah, the parting shot, fake out also has a lot of potential to like for switch-ins and for just kind of supporting the other mons on this team.
It's one of those Pokemon that suffers from like 5-moon syndrome though. Flare Blitz, Parting Shot, Fake Out. Then you have like Darkest Lariat, Snarl, Taunt. Just like so many other options. U-Turn, Will-O-Wisp. Do you know that Drought was not hidden ability on Torkoal? That's kind of nuts.
Oh wow, that's not a hidden ability on Torkoal?
No, it's not. Its hidden ability is Shell Armor.
Oh yeah, I am not using its hidden ability ever.
Yeah, Drought is so much better. What the heck? As far as Torkoals go, are you a fan of the Yawn body press like Burning Jealousy, or do you prefer like the Charcoal, like Max Special Attack Eruption Torkoal?
I've actually never used Torkoal in my games before,
Oh,
but
really?
I've come across more Torkoals with Yawn, Body Press, and Burning Jealousy than like Eruption and stuff like that.
Yeah. Just because Body Press does so much. If you give it like max defense, it gets over 200 defense stat. And so it just makes it.
Wow, that's crazy. Last mon for the Calyrex. Are we going with Indeedee or Clefairy?
I think Indeedee might be more valuable.
Okay. Indeedee, Stack Attacka, Torkoal, Venu.
But I think we also should consider maybe if we still want Intimidate, maybe using Landorus. Just because we have Psychic Surge on our team, and so having Fake Out is not as useful for us. But our team is also still pretty physically bulky. And like we can even run Focus Sash on Shadow Rider. So I don't know how much we need Intimidate.
Yeah, if it's gonna end up using the Focus Sash anyways.
Yeah. Let's just see what else is up here. Urshifu is up here. Grimmsnarl's up here. Rillaboom. No, that's Grassy Surge, though. Amoonguss.
Oh, Moongus is pretty good too. We have another redirection. And if we go Trick Room mode, then we would just be putting our opponents to sleep.
That is very true. And we can keep terrain control in our favor. If we have the Sash on Calyrex, though, I probably want to run Koba on the Amoonguss.
Yeah, that's what I usually see as well.
And then Spore Protect, Rage Powder. What do you like as the fourth move? Are we looking at like
I guess it depends on what we run on Venusaur. Because if Venusaur has Sludge Bomb, then it might not be as necessary on
True.
Amoonguss. I have seen Pollen Puff, interestingly enough, because one, it can do damage to your opponents, but you can
And
also heal your allies.
Yeah, I've seen a couple Pollen Puffamungus as well. Because if with Venusaur, we already have Grass and Poison covered, so maybe that's probably our best bet right there. It said Chople on Stack Attacker, right?
Yeah, Choppleberry. One mon I'm actually gonna look into quickly is Riolu.
Ooh,
Interesting. Like, yeah, Riolu has coaching, which would be really, really great for Stack Attacker,
that
raising
is
its
true.
attack and defense.
And you can do the Copycat Max Guard thing.
That's really, really cool. I've seen that on Leopards and Calyrex Ices.
Yeah,
Do you know how that
that
works exactly? So I believe Calyrex Ice goes for a max guard, and
that is
then
based off of Trick Room.
okay, okay,
Because then the Riolu can't Max Guard, so Copycat uses the move that it's based off of instead of the Max Guard.
I see. That'd be another really, really good option as well.
Would we like to do that like in place of Amoonguss then?
Maybe. The only thing I see that I would be unsure of at first is whether to put the Focus Ash on Riolu or Calyrex.
Oh, that's true. We would probably have to have the stash on Calyrex or Riolu.
Yeah. If anything, I wish we could run 3 Focus Ashes on this team.
Yeah,
Calyrex,
seriously.
Venusaur, and Riolu.
I know, seriously. We might just have to bite the bullet on Venusaur and just like go full offense with Life Orb or like run a bulky Venusaur with weakness policy or something.
Oh, I've seen those weakness policy Venusaurs before,
Yeah.
especially paired with like Grimmsnarl and stuff.
I don't know exactly what they run when they run the weakness policy set though. Let's see. Venusaur.
Usually, I
I
don't
don't
see Venusaurs running Protect anymore. They can usually max guard with Sleep Powder.
But yeah, not
Um,
using actual protect.
yeah, I usually see like Earth Power, some sort of grass move, either Frenzy Plant or Leaf Storm. And then some decide to go Weather Ball, some decide to go Sludge Bomb.
I think that Sludge Bomb for us might be better.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, like the second most popular is a modest Venusaur with a bunch of HP investment and only like 100 speed EVs.
Yeah, I guess that's a
Oh,
more bulky set. You wouldn't have to run Focus Sash necessarily.
that puts it at 113 speed stat, which I think is just enough to like outspeed. That's actually not enough to outspeed Regieleki, is it? What's 113 times 2? Because Regieleki gets 277, right?
Okay, yeah, that's not enough to outspeed. We'd be sitting at 226.
Interesting. I wonder why they're running Venusaur like that then. Because Regieleki is like the second most popular after Incineroar and stuff. Gives it a lot of HP though. Dynamax, it's got like 350.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot, especially if you paired up with like a supportive mon, like Grimmsnarl with screens, it's gonna be pretty tanky.
Should we opt for Grimmsnarl then in place of Amoonguss?
Yeah, we could run that type of weakness policy set on it. So the Focus Sash could go on Calyrex.
What's a fire type that's a problem right now? Colossal?
Yeah, I could see Colossal being a problem, especially if it was like Urshifu Colossal or Dragon Ball Colossal. I think the only way that we'd be able to stop it is like in DD Follow Me and Stack Attack goes for like a ground type move into Colossal. Or like a Max Quake. Besides that, I
Yeah.
don't see any other way of countering that.
We probably ought to put Max Quake on Stack Attack. What ground type moves does it? It gets high horsepower.
Yeah, high horsepower is usually the go-to.
So I just put it into the calc for Colossal Venusaur, and if we have Light Screen up and Venusaur is Dynamaxed, we don't die to +2 Max Flare through Light Screen. That is another option, and especially if we're running Max Quake.
Yeah. Would we be able to knock out that Colossal? I'm going to calc that too.
Assuming they hit us first and activate our weakness policy too, Max Quake is a guaranteed OHKO.
Okay.
However, without weakness policy, it is not a guaranteed OHKO.
Okay.
So it looks like Grimmsnarl could be pretty valuable for us as well. So we're gonna do Calyrex, Stack Attacka, Indeedee, Grim, or like Calyrex, Torkoal, Venusaur, Grim. It just kind of depends on if we want to max Stack Attacka or Venusaur. Would be depending on like which 4 we bring.
And yeah, Grimmsnarl would go great with any of our max mons, either Stack Attack or Venusaur.
Yeah. So I feel like this is a solid 6.
Yeah, definitely not looking too bad.
I guess the only question remains, do you want to take a look at any of our other restricteds, or do you guys kind of want to call this the 6? run with these guys.
Let's look at the restricted one more time. What else do we have on the list?
Dawnwings, Necrozma, Garatina, Mewtwo, and Eternatus.
Ooh,
Are any of those popping out to you?
I really, really like the team we currently have. I'm just gonna double check Dawnwing's Necrozma one more time. Cause it's weird, but I've seen it a couple of times on the rank ladder. I just want to double check its stats. So it's not too bad for sure.
It's pretty
Has
powerful.
Yeah, 157 special attack. Its defense and special defense are over base 100, and its HP is almost base 100, right at 97.
It's just the speed tier that kind of turns me off, just because it's not slow enough for Trick Room, but it's not fast enough for anything else.
Yeah, really true. It also doesn't help that it takes 4 times weakness from dark type attacks.
That is true. Another Psychic Ghost type.
Well, technically not 4, 3, because of its ability, but that's still a lot of damage to take
That's,
for sure.
times 3 is still a lot.
Yeah. Even times 2 is way too much.
True.
Yeah, and especially with all like these dark types running around, I think it's hard to run Dawnwing's
Yeah.
Necrozma.
Well, it looks like we're riding with these 6 then.
Yeah, I like it. It has the speed swap mode and it has the trigger mode. Also, it does have the chlorophyll mode on Venusaur with Sun. Calyrex, Indeedee, Stack Attacka, Torkoal, Venusaur, and Grimmsnarl. Pretty
Probably
nice.
just want to confirm the moves and spreads and then each take 3 to get in game and call it good.
Yeah, let's start with Calyrex then.
All right. So we've got Focus Sash as the item, can't change the ability. And then we obviously need Astral Barrage and Speed Swap. Since we decided on Indeedee, we can run Expanding Force and then Protect, I guess. I don't really know what else this thing gets.
I've seen like Draining Kiss on it, but in this case, I don't think we would need it.
Yeah. I don't understand that if you're maxing it, having fairy coverage. Dark Pulse, no. Ghost and Dark hit kind of similar things.
Trick Room, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, we have that on Stack Attacka.
Besides that, the only other moves I really see are Taunt. Yeah, I think that's really it.
Could do Taunt. Since it's not Prankster, you could do it in Psychic Terrain as well.
And it's most likely going to be the fastest thing on the field, given that there's no Regieleki.
What do you want? Protect on it? Or should we go like double, like Expanding Force, Astral Barrage for damage, and then Speed Swap Taunt? I mean, with
Yeah.
the Focus Sash, I'm not sure how much it needs to protect, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. And after speed swapping, I guess you would kind of want it off the field anyways.
that is true. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think Protect isn't necessary, but we can test it out. If we need Protect in the end, we can put it on
Yeah.
Calyrex. And I think the EV spread for Calyrex will be pretty easy. Just Timid, 252 in special attack, 252 in speed, and then 4 in HP.
Alrighty. Stack. Choppleberry, Beast Boost. Can't get any other ability, so.
Yeah, so I guess one move we definitely need is High Horsepower.
Yep, high horsepower. And then as far as steel move goes, obviously there's Gyro Ball, but I think maybe doing like Iron Head instead, since we're trying to do like the speed swap thing, might be more beneficial than Gyro Ball.
Even Heavy Slam wouldn't be bad too, but I guess Iron Head would be one, more consistent, and two, if you're outspeeding your opponents, it does give the chance to flinch.
True. Because Heavy Slam can't hit Dynamax Pokemon, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be bad if we're caught in a position like that.
And then I guess we do Stack Attack would be our only thing with Trick Room. So I guess it comes down to, do you want the Body Pest fighting type coverage or do you want Protect? An interesting tech that we might, since we're Dynamaxing this thing anyways, we can Protect with Max Guard. And then instead of Body Press, we could actually run Double Edge, Max Strike.
Oh, I've never thought about that. And I'm pretty sure Double Edge would give a really powerful Max Strike.
I think it's a...
Has to be at least 140.
Yeah.
Let's see. Double Edge. Oh, okay, yeah, it's 140.
Because that would kind of help against like opposing like Yevil or like Moltres or like anything that really wants to go for Airstreams. Like opposing Landorus.
Regielekis as well.
Yeah, Regieleki's wanting to go for Electroweb.
I think the final one would be Trick Room.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I see it in the Picolytic sets. It's even running like Lonely Nature too. You need a 15 defense IV or lower to have your defense be lower than your attack.
That's crazy. Your defense is so good that you have to nerf it in order to
I
get the
know,
attack
right?
boost. And keep in mind, 131 is a very, very high attack stat. That is
That
so
is
one
true.
base point higher than Urshifu's. And given that we're not using body press, I think the attack boost would come in more useful.
Yeah. I'm just looking at Landorus here in the calc with Stack Attacka. And as long as we have Reflect up with Grimmsnarl, Max Quake only does 58 to 69% without a Shuka. And
Okay.
then if we get a Steel Spike boost, like, we can survive even better. Like, even without Reflect, one Steel Spike boost does the same thing for us. So
Okay.
I think we don't have to worry about Landorus T too much. That's going to be an interesting Dynamax adventure to do. Look for non-good defense stack attack.
Yeah, very, very true. And I guess the rest of the EVs would go into HP.
All right. Ironhead, high horsepower, double-edged Trick Room.
Looks pretty good.
I'm just going to throw Zacian in this calc as well. Just want to see how much it does. All right. So close combat eats up our Choppleberry and then does about 50%, 44 to 52. And then we can retaliate with a Steel Spike boost. It doesn't look like we live 2. But we
Okay.
would be going faster because we speed swapped. So we'd have a Steel Spike boost and a Choppleberry.
That's true. Would high horsepower be able to guarantee the one hit KO?
So Max Quake is a roll to KO, a 25% chance. In that case, we could consider Helping Hand on our Indeedee, and that would give us the guaranteed KO on it. If we have Helping Hand, yeah, it's a guaranteed KO
Okay.
with Helping Hand. Even Steel Spike becomes a favorable roll. Becomes 87% chance to OHKO with Helping Hand. I know some people are starting to do bulk investment Zacian and like kind of leave out the attack since you get an attack boost anyways. But even if they're max HP, Max Quake is still a guaranteed KO with Helping Hand.
Okay. And the other moves for Indeedee would be pretty set. Follow Me, Expanding Force, and
Could run Protect, I guess. Then do you want to do like Psychic Seed or Goggles?
ooh, I've seen a lot of Psychic Seed.
A lot of Psychic Seed.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty good bet. Because it's already pretty specially bulky, so if you invest all the way in your defense and then just have a Psychic Seed, you become pretty bulky on both ends.
Yeah, especially if Stack Attack is just going for max Quakes and max Steel Spikes. It's just
It's
going to
true.
make Indeedee even more bulkier.
It's pretty easy as well then. Well, we've already kind of talked about Venusaur. Frenzy Plant, Sludge Bomb, Earth Power, Sleep Powder is what I had already written.
Okay, yeah, that's a really, really good set.
Okay. And then, well, we already talked about Torkoal too, doing the Yawn Body Press, Burning Jealousy.
Is its last move Protect?
I generally see the Torkoals run Protect a lot, and I don't really think we have anything else to put in its place except for maybe like Scorching Sands or like something super dumb like Stealth Rocks. But
Okay, yeah, I think Protect is a pretty good
yeah.
final move.
I've also seen it a lot with Berry. It just kind of depends if you want to do like a Citrus or a Pinch Berry. I prefer Citrus just because I think it's better to heal some than not heal at all. Because Pinch Berries can be a little tough to activate sometimes.
Yeah, at least it guarantees that we'd be able to at least take one more hit.
Yeah.
Or maybe even 2 more hits. I also do like Citrus Berry in a lot of my mons too, just because it does activate early. Sometimes it's a bit of a hit or miss with those pinch berries.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like they activate so late sometimes. You're like, you go down to 4 HP and then you only go back up to like 50, and you're like, well, I can't live a hit anyways. And so go ahead and do Citrus on that then. Last but not least, Grimmsnarl.
Grimmsnarl, I guess the standard Reflect and Protect would be on it for sure. Oh, sorry, not reflect and protect. Reflect in the light
Light
screen.
screen. So I actually ran Grimmsnarl on my PC4 qualifiers, and I had the screens with Light Clay and then Spirit Break, and I actually ran Scary Face.
That's a really, really great move. I've been seeing
Yeah,
a lot more scary faces on the ladder, and it's kind of like Quash. Um,
but just speed basically
yeah, just
because
speed, and this is
more swing and
permanent unless you switch out.
yeah.
Scary face is a really good move.
And so I ran it because Kyurem White is not the fastest thing, but Calyrex Shadow and Venusaur are a lot faster. And so I'm wondering if it's maybe more beneficial to run something else.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Hmm. I've been seeing a lot of people run Thunderwave, and I've been getting hacked on the ladder because of that. Turn 1 Thunderwave on my Dynamax Mon, and I at least lose one of my turns. I also realized Grimmsnarl has a base attack of 120. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's why there's been there was a lot of Grimmsnarls running like Thunder Wave and Fake Out and screens and like Trick and then but like no Spirit Break or Sucker Punch.
Mhm.
But I think Spirit Break has risen so much because people realize that like how much damage it actually does if you just kind of let Grimmsnarl sit there and chip away.
Oh yeah, and I forgot. What item are we going to run on Venusaur?
Right now I have Policy down with the bulkier set, but we can also switch to like Koba and just go faster Venusaur since we don't have a Moongus anymore.
Yeah, either weakness policy or the Koba would be really great. And Earth Power, Frenzy Plant, and Sludge Bomb.
Yes. I mean, Koba is the #1 item used on Venusaur right now.
In case we run it with Torkoal, maybe Koba Berry would be pretty good.
Go with Koba. Yeah, I think probably playing the defensive better anyways. This bulkier set does run Modest, and so we have extra damage output anyways. So then Sun and Thunder Wave for extra control alongside Chlorophyll. So
Yeah, maybe we'll get some hacks with those Thunder Waves as well.
hopefully, I'm hoping. Well, this has turned out to be a pretty long video, but we have a solid team here.
Yeah, this looks like a really, really good team.
All right, I'm excited.
Yeah, same here.
But I guess I'll go ahead and tell everybody at home, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out Status Quo. We'll have each other linked in the description. I assume I will go ahead and do that for him. So
Yeah, it's been really fun. I'm really excited to use this team. Make sure to check out Ragin, because if you don't, I don't even know what you're doing.
what are you doing with your life if you're not checking us out?
But yeah, this has been a lot of fun.
All right. Well, we will see you guys probably next week with the team, and we'll be using it on the ladder. So,
Yep, see you in the next video.
bye.